springs fall, what bile does bubble. The black moon swings, and the sky stirs treble. Yes, it does. By violent ends, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
All right, you taint-sniffing weirdos, it's time once again for another edition of Weird at Night. It's gonna be weird. It's at night. It's goddamn, kid, I feel like I might have said too much too fast. We got Red Ribbon. We got Jarv D. We're talking cubism, reviewing movies, and a shit ton more. So here he is, the short guy with dirt on his face that he thinks is a beard, Patrick Galactic.
Thanks, Stone Cold, but I have to say, man, you're totally fucking wrong about my beard, all right? This is not dirt, all right? Remember when I had super long hair, like corpse hair, and I cut it? Remember? Well, that's why I get haircuts. I take the hair, I glue it to my face to form this beautiful scruff, and then I cut my hair again when I run out like a normal person. Jesus. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Weird at Night. I'm your guide, Patrick Galactic, on this hour-ish odyssey through music, art, history, and so much more. As Stone Cold said at the top of the show, we have a lot of fun stuff to go through together tonight, so let's not waste any time, okay? And in that spirit, it is now that I ask you all to join me and Gizmo in a rendition of the Song of the Cosmos. You better sing with me. I'll know if you don't. All right, ready? Oh, 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 oh. Thanks for that, everybody. The Cosmos are definitely firing up. You all sounded beautiful, by the way, except you. Yeah, you. You didn't sing along. Whatever happens next, it's on you. But never mind you. Focus on yourself because we got to get this art jalopy rolling. And to do that, I need you to turn rationality off. I need you to turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity ain't an accident, cowpoke. It's an art stravaganza of galactic proportion. Weird at Night is a twice weekly art voyage through the stars. We love music. We love surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone, 90s cable access, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow all stitched in. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here. More importantly than all that, we're a showmunity. The chat is 100% where it's at, so give thanks to the Queen Most High, because you're chatting amongst royalty. Seattle rapper and vibe impresario DeQueen is the true and ultimate ruler of the Waniverse. That is always observed. So please do make sure to go check out DeQueen's Bandcamp, which I just dropped in the chat, and give praise. And don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird. It's night. You're in the right place. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors, spammers will be ejected, so don't even try it. Give us a follow, and at some point in the night, I'm going to sing you a little tune and put your name and the pretty lights on the screen. And if you subscribe, which is so helpful in this unpaid endeavor, I'll put everything down, grab my guitar, and write you a 20-second song on the spot. But for now, let the extravaganza begin. And begin it shall, because I'm very excited to announce that this Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific, myself and Blazing Space will be guests on Converge Media's morning update show as part of Feel Good Friday. We had a blast last summer when we appeared, and we're definitely upping the ante this time. We'll be talking about the show and the insane hijinks that will be taking place this Saturday. Do not miss Saturday's episode. It's going to be a big deal. What else should we talk about, though? Sorry, I just burped. What else should we talk about? What more should we share with Omari and Trey Holiday? Do you have any ideas? Because if you do, I want you to @ me in the chat and let me know what you think is important. Also, just want to remind you all that our archive project over on YouTube continues to take shape. We're in the middle of uploading a story we told in the 50s episodes where Steve Germany slowly began to take over Blazing Space's mind. The rest of the story will be uploaded tomorrow and have its own playlist, so you can watch it in order as it happened. We already have that for a few of the other stories, so if you haven't yet, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube. I am going to put it in the chat right now, because I forgot to put it in my notes. bit.ly/WANTube. There you go. So how's the community? How is everybody? How are we doing? Any big news? Any big announcements? Any cool new new board games you've invented or anything? Just @ me in the chat and I'll read them at the break. Before we blast into the Artmosphere, though, I want everyone watching on Twitch to ask me a weird question. Anything you think would be hard to answer, might be funny, whatever you think weird is, just @ me in the chat and I'll answer them at the chat break. We got the good tonight, baby. We got Red Ribbon on deck. Jarv D returns. We'll hear instrumental. We're going to learn about cubism and so much more. But as we do, we now turn the mic over to the monster of ceremonies, Terry Monstrosity. And this one is gonna shake you. Check it out.
Digging out a grave, I'm really unafraid of wigging out and making funny out of fake. No silly paddle, make a difference in the shade received. When I'm throwing up a fade, field goals in zone when I'ma play. Real pros, head to coma, poker face, suppose I hold the ace and show another way. Roll another one and turn to summer gray. Never fold or redact me, hold the reactions bold in an accident. Where the heart is home of the passionate, and the bar is no longer activist. I'm past the disc contest on the steps of a monument. Say it with your chest, so you're not legit. Maybe it's a mess we just can't forgive. Shame about addiction, missions, what about the friction? Keep twitching, nobody gotta listen to bitching. Project got the business, move distance, bring truth in the fiction. Gotta get rigid, break, don't bend it. Can't fix it, hate, don't mention. Get lifted, take prescription. It's sickening, ain't no different.
Hello there, Weird at Night. This is Blazing Space, and I am here to perform for you the amazing auto write from last episode by Euphony of the Month. Ethereal kombucha, scared of candy corns. I break the tips of my teeth to see if anything fun is inside. Turns out, it's just more teeth. False claims of my car insurance lapsing is what makes my day. No, Carl, I didn't know it was lapsed. Give me some more, please. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, so number one, holy shit, that freestyle from Terry Monstrosity was amazing. Wow. Hearing Terry spitting on Bare Axe tunes a few episodes back was awesome. And this was just as awesome. Don't ever underestimate the monster, people. Smash his links and show some love. Thanks as well to Blazing Space and Euphony of the Month for the awesome auto-write and enactment. Do you want your auto-write read on the show? Don't know what an auto-write is? Well, we do it every episode. Stick around to the end, and you'll most certainly find out. But I gotta say, this free the gizmo emote thing has really started to raise up in the chat, and it's starting to raise up elsewhere. It's starting to become a bit of a movement, and I'm telling you all right now, I can't do it, okay? If you want that cute gizmo face that's just looking up, you gotta do the tier 2, right? Right? I mean, maybe we could do the tier. I don't know. I don't like movements against me. So maybe that's what it is. Next up, we have Seattle Indie Rock Quintet Red Ribbon. We played their track Planet X recently in the Nana Mucho Newsy News segment, and I could not get the song out of my head. This is the official video for Planet X. It's fucking awesome. Enjoy.
Man, that was fucking awesome! Red Ribbon will definitely be one of the highlights of this dumbass show, no offense, Patrick. I mean, you know the show's dumb, so how could you take offense, you loser? No offense. I mean, we all know you're a loser, no biggie. Anyway, Red Ribbon rules, so make sure you check out their fucking Bandcamp and show some love, okay? Okay? Alright, what do we got next? Oh shit, it's the Puppy Dog Detective! Here's McGruff! Come here, little puppy. Cloud's hungry!
The night that started everything!
Some icebreakers. Let's get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's do favorite food.
Okay.
Favorite food.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Mayonnaise. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I got one. Favorite animal. 1, 2, 3. Raccoon!
It was at that crucial moment that it was revealed to Patrick Galactic and the entire Waniverse that Dartone III had a prejudice against raccoons. And not just any raccoons, but raccoons that he claimed were from Mars. And at the time, we had no idea Dartone was actually correct. A fight would be had to see who would lead the cult.
Blaze of Space showed weakness. Dartone, 4 points.
Weakness? Let me tell you something. Emotional vulnerability is a strength.
Don't you do it! Don't you throw that at me! Look who I'm next to!
All right.
Your friend!
This is good.
You gonna throw that? But there was another leader of RaQAnon.
Oh, hell,
Alex.
the Queen of RaQAnon.
Alex FNV would deny affiliation with a raccoon-hating organization because they were a member of the Trash Force, an alliance formed to defeat the cult of RaQAnon, and made a deal with the space raccoons to gather all of the Wanksmith's trash and deliver it to Mars. However, miscommunication plagues their ranks.
I'm not sure where these Trash Force exposed things came from, but I'm starting to consider other sources like my dog, my cat, my roommate.
It's Stevie Wonder.
And their motives seem to be more about a personal vendetta than one of conservation. Their self-proclaimed queen, Alex FNV, wants revenge on Dartone III as well.
Because all I care about is Dartone dying. And then I'm gonna find that rat and I'm gonna make sure that they die.
Suspected murder, deception, and a spy. Well, this has me thinking of that monochromatic hellscape that we all know as New Orleans. Let me catch you up. The king of the space raccoons sent his only daughter, Princess Paprika, down to Earth to kill Dartone III. Following his success in the Goblin Bird case, Dartone was made assistant police chief and first met Paprika in his new office. They formed a budding romance that soon blossomed into true love. Then came the day New Orleans would never forget, Wanksmiths. An event that would divide a city. Yet the love between Paprika and Dartone would survive.
I see right through your sexy lying eyes. And I don't want you to die. I want you to meet my father.
Dartone would meet the king of the space raccoons at a Shitty's Pizza.
Listen, no, I love raccoons. You can trust me. I would never lie to you or anyone else. I'm a very honest person.
Well, then I could actually use your help, because I'm in quite a pickle with the Trash Force right now, and I've got a big deal coming up with their queen. I respect your lack of principles, Dartone. This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
And this, my friends, brings us to our present day. This Saturday night at 10 p.m. on Win at Night. The first televised corporate summit to sign the garbage agreement between the Space Raccoons and the Trash Force, to be held at Hotel Dangereux.
Well, as you can see, we are building towards some really big stuff this Saturday, okay? Pretty big stuff. I'm both excited and horrified at the possibilities here. Having Alex and Dartone in the same room just screams disaster to me, but we'll find out soon enough. Thanks to the Pink Cloud for trying to be a decent sentient being. I'm glad you like the art, Cloud, but the show is not dumb, okay? It's creatively idiotic, all right? It's intentional. Get it right! Speaking of the pink cloud, have you ever wondered why the fuck there's a pink cloud on the show? Would you like to know why? Because I kind of have that queued up, so I hope you do.
Weird at Night presents Who the Fuck is the Pink Cloud? Well, back when Weird at Night was just a wee baby show, I got the bright idea to have a segment called Patrick Galactic Gives In to the Love. And there was a button-cute little pink cloud as part of the graphic. Everyone loved the cloud. But then something weird started happening. We started getting messages from the cloud.
Dude, let me tell you something. People are fucking stupid.
Yeah, you. Especially you. You walk around all day, thinking about how special you all are. But you stupid motherfuckers aren't even in the sky. Like never. You say you're mostly composed of water. Bitch, I'm fucking moisture. Now I gotta listen to all you dicks talk about the cloud. Ooh, I need to upload my stupid face to the cloud. Do you know what that feels like to a real cloud? I'm not even some run-of-the-mill rain bitch. I'm the Holy Grail. I'm a fucking pink cloud. You say you love me, but you don't know me. I'm the pink cloud. Fuck you.
Do we ever think about how clouds feel? I guess I never did. I just thought they looked like shit sometimes, but apparently they have really strong feelings, and when composed like of moisture and dust and astral stuff, quite opinionated apparently.
Yeah, not happy. The cloud would continue sending these messages over the course of 20 or so episodes until finally...
You want to see how bad this can get? See you Tuesday.
So what did I do? Well, I kind of taunted and antagonized it and dared it to do something.
Gonna do, you know, Pink Cloud, I liked you when this whole thing started. I did. I even thought your mean shit was kind of funny, and I love a little moxie every now and then. But you know what, you water-based illusion of nature? You cotton candy being piece of wimp? Bring it. Bring it. Hold on here. Just make sure I have something here. Yeah, you ain't shit. Look at you. You're just a little graphic on a screen. You ain't shit. I don't know how you're sending these fucking messages, buddy, but see you Tuesday. If I decide to put you on the screen, moron.
This was a mistake.
Anyway, thank you, Bandcamp, and oh, God. Fuck. I knew.
Hey,
look right. Who
it is. Did you really think I'd talk that much shit and not show up?
I was
So what do we
hoping.
got here, sexy boy? What you doing?
This is
talking to dummies? Exactly what I would guess. I've been hating you all so much from afar, it feels great to just spit it right in your face.
Hey, this is a chill
Look, baby,
spot.
I'm a pink cloud. I'm moisture and dust, sure, but I'm also cotton candy. I'm getting super high on these ground fumes and pollution, so I'm having a great time. I think I'm gonna be sticking around for a while.
What?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We
You're
don't.
fucked, buddy.
Come on.
So what is this?
Weird at
This,
night.
you fucking moron. What is
Weird
the thing
at
we're
night.
doing?
It's weird at night.
Weird at night? What the fuck
at
is
night.
that supposed to mean? Never
Well,
mind. What else? Doesn't matter. I think I got me a new home, and I'm gonna start kicking back like I own the bitch. See you, loser. Since then, the Cloud has run roughshod through the Waniverse on all kinds of different adventures. We even learned the Cloud's origin story. It's somehow grosser than I imagined possible. And if you want to watch it all unfold as it happened, you can on our YouTube page. We're uploading our archives bit by bit, and there's already a ton to explore. Follow the link I'm dropping and subscribe. We have daily uploads.
Well, that, my friends, is the Pink Cloud and the basic story of the Pink Cloud and how the Pink Cloud came to be, okay? Did you like that? Well, we'll be doing more of these going forward to try and catch people up who may not have seen our earlier episodes. I mean, think about it. We got Ryan Bryan, Steve Germany, Booger Bitch Fantasia Man, Stone Cold, maybe even someday Bang Bang the Gun Safety Butterfly, once they're in more than, one segment. Okay. So, now, you know it, Weird at Night, we love Converge Media. I've already said that in this episode even. While they were our amazing collaborators and have done so much to support what we do here, their mission to bring clear, transparent coverage to Seattle communities is the best part about them. And I think you're gonna see what I mean because I'm about to play this.
We're right here at East Precinct. It doesn't get any closer than this right now.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective. Praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents.
As a small independent media company, we rely on the financial support of individuals and business members to stay on the front lines of the news that's important to you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your band, The Big O. Want to encourage you to tune in to Weird at Night right here on Converge Media every Saturday at 10 p.m.
Well, remember, this Friday, Blaze in Space and myself will be live on Converge Media's Morning Update show. Morning updates on at 11 a.m. I'm not sure when on the show we'll be on, so you just got to watch the whole thing, and you should, because it's great programming. It's fantastic stuff. Omari Salisbury and Trey Holiday really take things to a whole new level, and this is a great chance. If you haven't seen anything on Converge, go watch it on Friday, and we'll be there, and you can show your love, show your support, and we're going to have a blast. And you can watch any of the links I just dropped in the chat, so don't miss out. And if you're so inclined, maybe see if you can become a financial supporter of their work, huh? I am. I've done it for over a year now, and it's not much. It's not much. It's nothing that I can't afford. So definitely check that out. Now, you know about time over money and people over profits. We talk about it all the time, but even here at Weird at Night, we got some bills to pay, people. $1 bill. You know how it goes. So thank God for our oldest and most treasured sponsor, Shitty's Pizza. Keeping the lights on and the pizza pube free.
Hey! You got my order wrong! I ordered double bandages!
More bandages!
I'm on it!
What? Pubes? 3 pubes in every bite, guaranteed.
Are you tired of pubes in your pizza?
Huge thanks to Shitty's Pizza. Remember, the hospital is next door. If you don't know why, just have a slice. And you can use promo code Why God Do We Suffer, and you get a free depubing. Normally $4.99. Shitties don't play that, friends. It's a pube-free pizza for free when you use promo code Why God Do We Suffer. Now, you can supersize that deal. When you shave and save, use that promo code Why God Do We Suffer, and not only will you get a pube-free pizza, they will scrape the scraped pubes from your pizza. They will make you and your family a complimentary Merkin. Come on, everybody. You want to join in the fun, don't you? Everybody wants a Merkin. It's fun for the whole family at Shitty's Pizza. The hospital is next door. I just said that. So let's get back to the matter at hand. Thanks so much to Madeline Williams as well for that excellent animation for Shitty's Pizza. Now, this would normally be a spot where we share Not a Mucho newsy news, but tonight we're taking a little different approach. It's still Not a Mucho, but it's a film review courtesy of Not a Contributor, Tim Basaraba. Dig.
It's a Not a Mucho film review. Don't call it a movie. If you do, he'll be mad.
Denis Villeneuve, Dune It Right. Published by Not a Mucho. Posted by Tim Basaraba, January 18, 2022. No comments. Dune, 2021. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, starring Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac and Zendaya. Best to get two things out of the way before I weigh in on Denis Villeneuve's Dune. First, I am a fan of David Lynch's Dune, 1984. And not in an ironic, so bad it's good, kind of way. Second, I have not and will not read the Frank Herbert novel. That means I will only be comparing this film to the bizarre adaptation from the 80s and not to the epic novel that spanned many sequels. Speaking of sequels, expect this 2.5-hour sci-fi adventure to get at least one sequel, even with its unsuccessful box office receipts. As he demonstrated with Blade Runner 2049, 2017, and, to a lesser degree, 2016's Arrival, Villeneuve is skilled at building fantastical worlds that are beautiful to look at while retaining a realistic gravitas, a feat that other sci-fi films struggle to achieve. With Dune, we're exported to a universe where the science is paramount to the science fiction. Each costume, vehicle and spaceship feels like it could survive its environment. It is difficult to avoid comparisons between our young lead, Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, and the man that played the role with such bravado in 1984. Unfortunately, Chalamet has neither the look nor the charisma of Mr. Kyle MacLachlan who, by the way, was acting in his first feature film at the time. Where Chalamet excels is in conveying the sense that he is important. He plays the role like a true heir to the throne. Unfortunately, this sense of superiority extends beyond the story. He comes across as an actor who knows he's at the top of his game but with more hubris than confidence. As a result, his performance occasionally pulled me out of the grandeur of this epic story. Fortunately, the other actor with almost as much screen time all but made up for Chalamet's uneven performance. Each time she's on the screen as the enigmatic Lady Jessica Atreides, Rebecca Ferguson commands our attention without distracting from the story. The remaining cast features a long list of great actors, each of whom demonstrated they were up for the task with their limited screen time. Among my favorites were Stephen McKinley Henderson as Thurfer Hawat, a mentat, human trained to mimic computers, and master of assassins, and the man with the best beard in Hollywood, Oscar Isaac, who played Duke Atreides, the father of our lead character. The pace of this epic film was slow, but no boring. It's a meditative look into a world that mirrors ours politically, while wowing us with mysticism and a grand scope. This is not to say that action is vacant from this adventure story. There are more than enough battle scenes to engage the average blockbuster filmgoer, and these are done with realism and brevity. Gone are the grotesque images seared into my mind by the Lynch original. These are replaced with more political intrigue and subterfuge. I accept this trade-off as Villeneuve makes the adaptation of the adored novel his own. When it comes to the script, the dialogue is heady yet moves the plot along with limited amounts of exposition. There are, however, times when the whispers between mother and son are inaudible, and, although this is annoying, I was still able to stay transfixed knowing I can turn on subtitles when I watch it again on HBO Max. In summary, Denis Villeneuve created a beautiful world in his first of 2 or 3 films in the new Dune franchise. Is it as fun as the 1984 original? No, but it is more beautiful to look at and has the potential to tell a better overall story, albeit in multiple installments. If both filmmakers' first sci-fi films, Dune, 1984, and Arrival, 2016, were Bs, then this third science fiction film by Denis Villeneuve is an A.
It's a not a mucho film review. Don't call it a movie. If you do, he'll be mad.
Well, but thank you to T. Bassa for the excellent film review. It sounds like Dune, has potential, maybe not as emotionally satisfying for T. Bassa personally, but with the potential to tell a much better story. So, I haven't seen the new Dune, so I still have to check that out. Thanks to Tim, I probably will, because he's coming to my house tonight after the show. I won't be in the Discord very long tonight, folks. I'm just saying hi. I actually have a guest. T-Boss is staying the night at my house. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm sad I won't be with you in the Discord tonight for very long, but that's just the nature of how things go sometimes. However, this is a good reminder to follow our channels. Follow us here on Twitch. Twitch is what we believe provides the best live experience. So if you want to participate, if you want your comments read on the show, watch us live on Twitch. If you want to see our archives and you want to dig into the Weird at Night lore and the overarching themes of Weird at Night, do it on YouTube. So live is Twitch. That's my opinion. And video on demand, definitely YouTube, because that's where we're putting it all. So make sure to keep both of those in mind. However, we did have some comments from people that I would like to read on the show because I told them I would. So let's go check that out, shall we? All right. Bicentennial Baby said, "Oh, I want to be in the audience. Can I come?" I have none of the information on how this works, but we can certainly ask. I would love for you to be there, Bicentennial Baby. Alex F&V, when you do the yelling at the top of the show, does it hurt you? Now, Alex, I know you want it to hurt me. I know that's why you're asking. You're hoping that it hurts me. And sometimes it does. But what I found as somebody who's yelled and screamed on stages for a long period of my life is your throat and your voice kind of get used to whatever. So at this point, no, not really. The yelling and the screaming actually kind of fun. I recommend yelling and screaming just whenever you want to, okay? Whenever you want to. Alex F&V, when using a tape measurer, do you ever get the urge to snap it back and snap your brother with it, even though he doesn't live with you anymore? Great question, Alex F&V. I always want to hurt my brother, even when he's not around. It's still an instinctual thing. When I see him, he's just got a face you want to punch. I mean, I love the kid. If anything happened to him, or if anybody else did anything to him, be right on him. But you know, I like to hurt him, and that's still true. Naomi Baomi Faomi, what weighs more, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers? If they're both a ton, they weigh the same. But what is the emotional weight? What is the emotional weight? I'm gonna go feathers. Feathers have more emotional weight than bricks, because bricks are just heavy things that you just put down to block other heavy things from getting through. And feathers, you have to accumulate over a very long period of time. And if I were to acquire a ton of bird feathers, the first thing I would do is get checked out medically, because I think that's probably pretty unhealthy. But secondly, what I would do is I would take each feather, contemplate its worth, and then discard, just gradually, one by one, until a ton of feathers were gone. And then I would have polluted the earth with a ton of feathers. So really, Naomi, you're setting me up to do something bad. Let's be careful, okay? All right. I know you got my best intentions at heart, or whatever I'm saying. Bicentennial, baby. My big win was rescuing a big piece of furniture from someone's basement and walking it half a mile back to my apartment. The win wasn't so much the furniture as the people along the way that cheered me on, LOL. It was a faith restored moment, so to speak. I love that kind of shit. That's awesome, Bicentennial, baby. I could just see you lugging that thing. Naomi Baomi Faomi says, fun fact, went to see Marina Albero play a show last Thursday night, and then went to Vito's with her and others to hang and hear Jacqueline Tabor sing, both WAN fam members. Then someone I just met paid the bill for the whole table. I mean, good times. Yes, very good times. Free stuff, and when people want to buy me stuff, is always a lot of fun. Patrick Tony says, what a great vocal texture you have. Thank you. Monster Planet, when you test tongs, what's the appropriate amount of test clicks? Great question. And it's got a very specific answer, okay? I do no less than 30 clicks, all right? I'll just sit there with the tongs and click them 30 times, and then they're ready. But you have to charge them, okay? They have to be spiritually charged before they take the hot dog out of the water, or whatever it is that you're using the tongs for, and it's none of my business. And then Naomi Baomi Faomi says, ha ha ha, you fell into my ton of feather trap. Yes, I did. Thanks, Naomi. I knew you're setting me up. By the way, are you an artist? Because if you are, if you make music, if you're a poet, if you're a painter, if you're a dancer, if you do drag art, comedy, sketch comedy, short films, animation, literature, if you do any of these things, you can have them on Weird at Night, and we would love to show them on Weird at Night. You can submit them to us via email or Discord, weirdatnight@gmail.com, or join our Discord by following the link bit.ly/WAN Discord. That's bit.ly/WAN Discord. You can send me a private message there, and if you could make a bit for the show. You can do anything you wanted to, but touch base with me. Let's get it dialed in before we get too far into it. And if you need some help, or if you have a germ of an idea, I would love to help you work that out. So, collaboration, baby. That's what this show is all about. Coming up, we still got more great stuff coming at you. Not for sale, Cubism, and Instrumental are still on deck. But before we can do that, we welcome back returning WAN fam member, Jarv D. About a month ago, we played Jarv's track, All Mine. It was fucking glorious. Tonight, Jarv D returns with a pretty straightforward message that I think the kids are really gonna like. This track is called Smoke Too Much. And I don't think I need to explain what it's about. It's just called Smoke Too Much.
It just gets me right. I can't say more shit. I really can't. Fuck it. Look. Some say I smoke too much, but I'm just trying to get by. Sometimes I roll too much, and I'd rather just be high. I'm a slave to this money, make it rain with these bills. Stress this change out like it's bungee. Everybody else is ballin', I'm just trying to stay alive. I've been down so long that I'm constantly getting high. Look. Sometimes I feel I cannot cope. I be slaving just enough to be broke. Feeling like I'm in the rain with no coat. Around me they able to control the remote. Wanna change the situation I'm in, but I ain't got no fucking ducats to spend. I'm so down I can't count none of my friends. Fuck it, I'ma spend this money from rent. Bad day at work and I got nothing else to do but roll that, roll that, roll that, roll that. So much death around my city, man, it's hard to stay focused. Roll that, roll that, roll that, roll that. Day at work and I got nothing else to do but roll that, roll that, roll that, roll that. So much death around my city, man, it's hard to stay focused. Roll that, roll that, roll that. It's hard just to survive. Some say I smoke too much, but I'm just trying to get by. Sometimes I roll too much and I'd rather just be high. Some say I smoke too much, but I'm just trying to get by. Sometimes I roll too much and I'd rather just be high. So go and pass me the ball, we had switch. So go and pass me the ball, we had switch. So go and pass me the ball, I just wanna get paid, work on my schedule and get placed. I was in dojo, no sensei. I'm planning my moves in my pen play. But fuck what they all say. I'm grinding down my lonely hallway, cause they be finessing the wrong way. And I ain't progressing for long stay. I had a long ass night cause I was out there drinking, doing too much, too much, too much, too much. So much shooting in my city, man, the SPD ain't doing too much, too much, too much, too much. I hope you young to learn the game, cause you really out here playing too much, too much, too much, too much. And trying to stay about the street and they'll put these hoes to sleep is too much, too much, too much. It's hard just to survive. Some say I smoke too much, but I'm just trying to get by. Sometimes I roll too much and I'd rather just be high. Some say I smoke too much, but I'm just trying to get by. Sometimes I roll too much and I'd rather just be high. So go and pass me the ball, we had switch. So go and pass me the ball, we had switch. So go and pass me the ball.
Deep dive. How can I say no? I'm only supposed to please you if you say so. She on a boat, it floats up and down, round for round. Watch me put it down, ain't no stopping now. Feel your changes, after you change it, and the pressure you put on me feels insane. I can feel it, babe. It's okay. If I get you wet like this, yeah.
Badass stuff from Jarv D. Mr. D is always working on new stuff and pretty prolific, so don't be a dummy. Give him a follow and stay tuned because there's always more coming. And speaking of prolific people, big love to Not For Sale for keeping Weird at Night so goddamn groovy, so goddamn sexy, all right? There's so many sexy people in this world because of people like Not For Sale just making dope grooves, okay? Make sure to show Not For Sale some love too, everyone. But from groundbreaking sonic soundscapes, we turn to the flattened page, my friends. What is a canvas but a flat surface with which to display art? Well, the Cubist movement of the early 20th century brought to prominence by painters George Braque and Pablo Picasso sought to rebel against that 2D limitation. Cubism became a phenomenon by mid-century and has remained an incredibly influential style of painting. Don't believe me? Well, I'm not the one who's going to be telling you the truth.
Cubism is often credited as being one of the most avant-garde, groundbreaking and revolutionary art movements. But what exactly is Cubist art, and who were the Cubists? The two most pivotal artists referred to as the inventors of Cubism are France's Georges Braque and Spain's Pablo Picasso. Back in the early 1900s, these two pioneers started to represent and depict their subject matter from multiple angles and viewpoints at the same time rather than from a single fixed position, which had been the norm prior to that. Despite the name of the iconic movement, neither Braque or Picasso ever painted cubes. The term itself actually originated from a derogatory remark made by an art critic in 1908. The critic had disparaged Braque by saying the artist reduced everything to geometric schemas, to cubes. The term soon became widespread. Cubism was born. Cubist techniques were evident throughout all of Picasso's work at this time. Tête, for instance, is one of his most celebrated artworks and the most abstract of all of his Cubist collages. The half circle drawn in charcoal depicts the profile of a head. The small circle and diagonal line with the arc represent an eye and nose. The pasted-on elements represent the face, hair and neck. Within a few years, both Braque and Picasso began to incorporate letters into their Cubist works. Braque's Le Bougeoir, meaning the candlestick, from 1911, is a very early example of one of his paintings to include lettering. The purpose of this lettering was to question the relationship between words, pictures, and the objects they represent. Towards the top of the painting is a candle, which helps to identify the shape below as a candlestick. A simple clay pipe, the kind Braque smoked, lies to the centre right, and below that are a bobbin and a pair of scissors. Within a few years, a small group of artists based in Paris, including Fernand Léger, Robert Delaunay and Sonia Delaunay, were following the lead of Braque and Picasso's abstract art. They wanted to emphasise the point that a painting is a flat surface, while the things they represented were three-dimensional. So instead of choosing a fixed perspective and presenting views as if seen through a window, they painted motifs as if seen from several different angles at once. The Cubist style quickly spread across Europe and America, with particular popularity burgeoning in Russia, where the style corresponded and chimed with newly forming revolutionary ideals. In Scotland, the work of artists like William Crosey also displayed a strong affinity with Cubism, as can be seen in this painting of Edinburgh from the late 1920s. Cubism soon splintered and morphed into various different styles across numerous different countries. The Italians had Futurism, the British had Vorticism, the Russians had Suprematism and Constructivism. It also inspired and influenced movements around the world in different creative disciplines, such as architecture, music and literature. Given the far-reaching impact of the movement and its many exciting and important offshoots, the case can easily be made for Cubism as being the most radical and influential art movement of the 20th century. The Cubists constructed new realities, moving away from traditional ideas of representation, leading to abstraction.
Visual artists are some of the most wildly imaginative and creative people. I would never have had the thought to paint multiple angles of a person or object in the same painting. Cubists, to me, are expressing the surreality of our being. The look that's actually on a face and the many expressions that accompany that face internally. That's what I take from it. I don't even know if that's what was intended, but it's wonderful stuff from the National Galleries on YouTube. Make sure to give them a follow because they have a ton more to share. Quick reminder that even though this episode is nearing its end, the party isn't over. Join our Discord server and hop on the community voice chat channel. After the show, as I said, this particular night, I will be there for a very short period of time because I'll have a guest at my house, which isn't usual, but it's T-Bossa, so, you know, we clean up and we treat him right. But now it's Tuesday, and you know Twist is back with us. Our surrealist literary envoy, as always, has quite the tale to share with us. And it is with that said that I present to you, and Twist presents to you, Instrumental.
Hello, and welcome to Instrumental, a segment where I turn music into microfiction. Let us begin. I stand on the tracks, waiting for the train to come and light up my insides. I don't feel the cold, but there's a chill all throughout the center of me, and the air is starting to shake. There's a stain on the asphalt in the vacant lot next to the train's tracks, where I met the man a month ago, the one who told me about the mouse that lived inside me. Feel that feeling? He said, pointing through me, right through my chest. That cold, trickling feeling. He shook his head. That's the mouse. Everybody has one. You have a spiral staircase wound around your spine, and all day long the mouse runs up and down it, switching levers and swiping their little paws across tiny touch screens, making you talk, making you walk, making you run, making you think. He spat on the ground next to where he was splayed out, making a blue spot in the dust. I can see it, peering out from your right eye. I took a step back and thanked him out of reflex. I wanted to walk away, but we talked for another 10 minutes. My gaze darted between the spit on the asphalt and the water in his eyes, trying not to look at his lower half. The same cotton candy blue liquid leaking out from his severed waist, fiber optic cables and jagged metal glistening with oil. As soon as I returned home, I asked Rena what a mouse was, if it was a subspecies of moth. She pulled it off on the holographic projector and I couldn't stop laughing, its squat belly and twitching blue whiskers and naked rubber tail. Rena looked at me with kindness in her eyes and told me that they all went extinct hundreds of years ago. I already knew that. She's a newer model, and she's fond of telling me everything I already know and nothing that I don't know. She's taller and her hair is longer and thicker. My model looks like a 13-year-old, and I'm older than an entire slumber party. The air is vibrating harder now, and there's a whistling coming from the dark, away from the setting sun. I see the train coming from miles away, silvery and slithering, no doors or windows, skin unbroken by seams. A beautiful and flexible arrow. The spaces behind my knees and elbows are the newest parts of me. They welded the gaps shut when I wouldn't stop unscrewing the metal plates with pale blue fingertips and trying to get a look at my insides. Rena looked at me with perpetual room temperature kindness when I woke up, and I checked to see if my lower half was still there, but I was lying in a bed and not on asphalt inside of a vacant lot. I was trying to speak to the mouse, to ask it why I'm this way, why I think the same things over and over and swat them away, like mosquitoes fluent in the language of shame, but they always come back. Walls of tempered and frosted plexiglass curve out of the ground and arc overhead, forming a tunnel. Neither I nor the train can derail. I look straight ahead in the approaching light, and I'm sweating fireflies in the dark. The horn blares, and I open my mouth, and I see my blank face in the reflection of the train's silver flash. And right before the impact smashes me apart, I see the mouse, poking out from between my rows of white teeth, no longer twitching, completely still. Thank you for listening.
God damn. Excellent stuff there from our friend Twist. Thank you, Twist, for sharing your beautiful words with us. It's always an absolute pleasure to run Instrumental on Tuesday nights. I love Twist's certain, I don't know, it's just a creative perspective, but it really, really resonates with me and always has. Instrumental is one of my very favorite things that we run on Weird at Night. So thank you, Twist. All right. Well, now it's time for what we call an auto-write. What is an auto-write? Well, an auto-write is short for automatic writing, which was a tool that the Surrealists used to try and connect to their unconscious minds and learn to trust their kind of unconscious creative impulses, which is the purpose of this, okay? So I'm going to count back from 10, and as I do, I want you to clear your mind. And when I get to 1, I'm gonna say go. And when I say go, we're all just gonna start furiously typing in the chat, okay? And then after about 30 or 45 seconds, and when you're typing, just type whatever comes into your head. Don't spell correct it, don't edit it. Don't do any of that stuff. Just let out whatever is in there. It doesn't have to make any sense. And in fact, if we were actually clear, it probably wouldn't. So after about 30 or 45 seconds, I'll say stop. When I say stop, we all hit enter or return on our keyboards, and everybody's auto-write shows up in the chat. We read them all out loud, and then we tra-la-la-la-la away, and we either get back together on Saturday at 10 p.m., or you can join the Discord post-show voice chat in the community voice chat channel. As I said earlier tonight, I will just be there for a very brief time. But most nights, lately, we've been there for 2.5, 3 hours after every single show. So very, very lively conversations, very cool people, connecting, collaborating. It's what it's all about. So once again, I'm going to count back from 10 as I do. Try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'll say go. When I say go, you start furiously typing whatever comes into your head. And after about 30 or 45 seconds, I'll say stop. We'll all hit enter or return. And then we read each other's auto rights and then we blast the fuck out of here. How does that sound? Good, because that's what we're doing. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Start typing. All right, and stop. All right, I just dropped mine into the chat. We'll let the rest come in, but I'll start reading mine while we do so. Little Laundry Baby got stuck on the foot of a mammoth, but no one believed in the mammoth, so they all called it Snuffleupagus and watched it eat the baby because they thought it was a puppet. They were really sad when they couldn't get the baby back. Maybe that's an understatement. These people lost a baby to what they believed was a Muppet, but was actually a prehistoric creature eating their child for real. Fun times. Anyway, glass is not very tasty, so I don't recommend eating it. Blazing Space, Twinkling Twink is kind of like a wank work got some sort of pull on it. Not like a muscle, just like, you know, a twinkling, the twinkle in the eye. I guess you could have a twinkle in pants, and that wouldn't necessarily be a wank. This came out like a Dartone auto-write, and even as I write that, it becomes a euphemism. Twinkling. Blazing Space got caught in the Dartone trap. Tim Basaraba. I always cheat when the auto-write prompt comes in an effort to be funny or strange. This time I will not do that. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. Well said, Tim. Wow. Alex FV, I didn't ask to be made into a planetary function, but here I am, functioning. Based on the way that a unicorn can't even fathom that a donut would have filling, I'm here to confirm jelly-filled donuts are bullshit. Get rid of them. You can all have them, but not me. No, I will be where the whole cast of Les Miserables is singing about the stitches in the fabric of the carpet, and then you'll be sorry, Frogwort. Yikes. Motzi, copy, fax, and scan are 3 words I never thought I would type into this chat, but I'm trying to do the whole free writing thing. And instead of letting my self-critical voice win today, I'm just going to read the buttons on my LaserJet and pretend I am being creative. I suppose it's a whole lot better than punching myself in the face again. It's definitely better than punching yourself in the face again, Motzi. Definitely better than that. Bicentennial Bebe. Walnuts and bubbles and blue and oh Jesus, I cannot get clear, and I wonder if maybe I don't focus on being clear, just focus on clearing one day. I'll have an auto-write because I don't actually like being this way. I don't actually like getting quiet and having these things race to the forefront of my mind, but there they are. There he is again. I need you to go away. Go away. Brian, you can just go away now. Naomi. Leaves and water spin and swirl down the stream, dancing together with the boulders and the timber that are generously gracing the mountain's waterway. Beautiful. Patrick Tony, is Jen Instier United issuing ig that yolk eggs meal cooked for two? My love, I love Rachel. She is citing next, and the what candles don't stop. I'm not really illy dilly. Counting, typing, Oringo, sing, rings, Patrick Galactic. Patrick is me too. Smiley. We are both Patricks, Patrick Tony. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing your auto rights. One of them will be selected and be read dramatically on Saturday. So it happens just like that, friends. Inspiration, passion, community, art. We do it each and every Tuesday and Saturday night at 10 p.m. Pacific, and we do it to escape the inherent madness of the world around us. Having a space like Weird at Night to take refuge in makes the rest of it infinitely easier to deal with. Weird at Night is founded on 4 key principles. People come first. Time matters more than money. Art is the antidote. Attack with love. Stay in the moment. Stay with yourself. Be grateful for you because you're the best thing that'll ever happen in your entire life. Every moment of this experience is a gift, good or bad. It's another moment we get to grow, to evaluate our choices and make changes. This ride comes to sudden and irreversible stops. Do not take your human experience for granted. There is still much to be learned regardless of our age. And perhaps the biggest lesson we learn as we get older is that we really don't know much of anything. It almost reminds me of that Don Henley song, Heart of the Matter. The more I know, the less I understand. All the things I thought I knew about, I have to learn again. Yes, I did just quote a Don Henley song, and I'll go further and say sometimes, every once in a while, I actually enjoy some of his music, so there. But I relate to those lines so much. The more I know, the less I understand. All the things I thought I knew about, I have to learn again. Every day is another opportunity, friends. Make the most of it. I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. Take good care of you and love your people every chance you get. I'll see you this Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific, or right here for just a minute in the Discord voice chat. Huge love, everybody. Here's the goddess of goodbye.
You're weird at night. So weird at night. Thanks for being so weird at night. For 100 nights. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at